In a heated press conference that crackled with tension, David Benavidez and David Morrell Jr. transformed a routine media event into a battleground of words. And will the whole situation exploded when David Benavidez got into a heated argument with David Morrell's manager, Lou.
Is that dog or monster? What the heck? Is that dog or monster? What do you mean, bro? I mean, this name, the monster, is really. You don't have to announce monster.
Tú vas a mirar quién es el monstruo el sábado, pendejo. You're in the sea who.
Que dije lo mismo que te voy a decir a ti después de la pelea, papi.
Saturday who the monster. But it's nothing fake. You know, at the end of the day, if I could slap his manager, I would slap him if I wouldn't get in trouble.
Luis Dubas Senior Benavidez claimed that Debu was taking more money from the fight than Morrell himself. It all started as a war of words with Benavidez calling out Dubas for supposedly pocketing a bigger share of the purse. Things quickly escalated, and before anyone knew it, the argument—
You're taking more money than Morrell is. You're taking more money than Morrell is. Who's taking a bigger cut out of his check?
Not after.
No, I'm talking about you're taking more money than Morrell.
I'm making more money than Morrell. He knows what he's making.
Yeah.
Senior, chill. Senior, chill.
What the hell?
Worry about him, not about me.
You're nervous.
argument turned physical security had to step in to break it up. But by then the damage was done. The whole scene was caught on camera, and the video has been making the rounds online, making this fight even more personal and intense. David Benavidez made it clear that he wasn't backing down from the heated exchanges with David Morrell or his team. He acknowledged—
This guy's gonna knock you out. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. You guys are the ones that started. You guys are the ones that started all the bullshit.
Who's taking more money out of David Morrell's check? You?
I'm nervous.
Yeah, you guys are nervous.
I've been in this rodeo for 40 years.
Spitting.
A lot bigger.
Keep your saliva in your
buddy.
Keep your saliva in your mouth.
You're the scary. You can see you're all scared, man. I can see it in your eyes. I see it in your eyes, bro. I had Roberto Duran. I know when a guy's scared. You're scared.
Acknowledged that tensions were running high, but for him, it was all part of the fight. Game. His mindset was simple. If Morrell or his camp came at him, he would respond in kind. He said, he goes at me, I go at him. At the end of the day, we're both going to get in the ring, and I'm going to show them exactly what—
I have no words for what he just said. Why would
So if I grab this belt and I stand up and I counter the head, they might not trying to hit him in the head.
La pregunta
not trying to hit him in the head.
¿Por qué en California?
Trying to put the belt in
where I am. This Saturday, David Morrell took direct aim at the idea that Benavidez was some kind of unstoppable force, questioning the quality of his past opponents in his eyes. This created a false image of Ben-Offs as a monster, and he was—
in Miami.
I seen that he tries to throw his belt at me to try to get out the fight. That's what he's trying to do. If you throw a belt at somebody, you know you're gonna hit him in the head, you're gonna the head. The fight might get canceled. That's what this is trying to do. He's already looking for—
was determined to put an end to that narrative. Once and for all, he said, I want to end with all that monster that he's talking about, because everyone that he has faced so far has either been on the verge of retirement or having to come up or come down in weight. So I want to end that myth that he's a monster. 100%. Beyond just dismissing the hype. Morrell wanted—
Gentlemen, if we could grab our seats so we can continue on with the presser. We have a lot of people here.
to make a statement about himself. He had heard people talk about how fighters were supposedly afraid of Benavidez, but he wasn't one of them. He wanted to step into the ring and prove to everyone that he had no fear. He added, everybody says like, oh, they're afraid of him or whatever. I want to prove—
I've been talking a whole lot of shit for 2 years, you know what I mean? The whole press conference, but this is what gets me set off. This is what gets me excited. This is what energizes me for this type of fight. You know, when you have a fighting spirit as strong as mine, you're not gonna let nobody talk to you no type of way. That's how I know David Morrell is not that. He's not confident in himself, because if he was, he'd be telling me he was gonna knock me out this, and they'd be talking more in the face-off. He would have stared at me. He would have stared.
Prove. I want to show that I'm not afraid of him. This accusation didn't just add to the bad blood between the fighters. It also put a spotlight on the ongoing issue of money and fairness in boxing. They also talked about this event when, during a press event, David Benavidez and David Morrell Jr. nearly came to blows.
David Morrell, he's been talking a lot about me. But it's funny that when he gets up here, you see his energy is way different. He didn't even want to look at me in my eyes. So me, I'm 100% confident in myself. That's why I'm speaking. I know exactly what I'm going to do. But David Morrell, you shouldn't have talked all that shit. He bit off way more than he could chew. He thought I was never going to accept the fight. And now here we are. And watch what I'm going to do to this dude.
It escalated when Benavidez shoved Morrell, prompting Morrell to retaliate by throwing his WBA regular championship belt at Benavidez. Security quickly intervened to prevent further escalation. David Benavidez and David Morrell Jr. engaged in a fiery press conference that underscored the personal animosity between them. Benavidez, known for his aggressive demeanor,
has to worry about power that Morrell has also. He's going to feel the power when he's close. He's going to feel the power when Morrell has distance. So we feel we have the advantage both ways.
What's the feeling in your gut, how this fight's going to play out, how it's going to go down? I
really and truly believe Morrell's going to knock him out. Don't know when, don't care when. I just feel, that's my gut feeling that we're not
accused Morrell of avoiding a direct confrontation, suggesting that Morrell was hesitant to face him in the ring. Gentlemen, if we could grab our seats so we can continue on with the presser. We have a lot of people here. The rivalry between Benavidez and Morrell is a compelling narrative of ambition and unyielding determination. Both pugilists have ascended the...
I see myself systematically breaking them down. I think I'm just going to overwhelm them with punches. My punches and bunches is unlike anybody else in the sport. I'm the #2 most accurate puncher in the sport. I don't really get hit that much. I don't know why people think I don't have defense.
Ranks with impressive performances, each carving out a reputation for dominance in the super middleweight division. Their paths, seemingly destined to converge, have now led to this pivotal moment. David Benavidez reflected on the heated press conference and his frustrations with David Morrell's attitude.
I think that it's going to be a war. In my eyes, I see it as a 50-50 fight. And I know some might say, well, why do you think it's a 50-50 fight? Because, one, we know we have definitely seen a lot from Benavidez over the years. When it comes to Morrell, we've seen, spots of him. But I really, really know what he brings to the table. And that's why I think this is going to be a tough fight for both guys.
He made it clear that the verbal exchange had been building for a long time and that it energized him rather than intimidated him. But Naz noted that his fighting spirit and confidence were part of what fueled his intensity and drive for the upcoming fight. Benavidez continued by claiming that Morrell's actions and behavior during the press conference.
Man, David Benavidez is in great shape, just like me. We've been working our asses off, man. We've been in camp for quite some months now. Just putting in the work day in and day out. No excuses, just working. And, I think he's more than ready for that fight with David Morrell. And I think he's going to come out victorious and go for that winner of Bivol and better beef.
Revealed his lack of confidence. Benavidez strongly believed that Morrell's hesitance in the press conference demonstrated weakness and that he would show Morrell what it meant to face a true monster inside. The ring, he said, at the end of the day, I'm show him what a real monster is. And that's what I'm going to do. On Saturday, I'm going to beat the out of him. David Benavidez, known for...
that he will win the fight when he have only 2 fights. When it comes to be a champion, in my first defense, I need to be against Benavidez. I told him, let him marinate, and then we talk. Now is the time, and definitely I believe, I cannot see, not only believe, I cannot see that Benavidez loses his fight. He can go the distance, or he can finish by KO, but he cannot lose his fight. He asked for that, and he got it. On the right time.
For his relentless aggression and formidable power, boasts an unblemished record that speaks volumes about his prowess in the ring. His ability to overwhelm opponents with a barrage of punches has made him a formidable force, earning him the moniker the Mexican Monster. His journey has been marked by decisive victories. Each fight reinforcing his status as a top contender. On the other side stands David Morrell.
He can box, he can move, he got good lateral movement. You know what I mean? He moves great, man. You know what I mean? He's not right there in front of you. You know what I mean? And then you got Benavidez coming straight at you, throwing an accumulation of punches. And Benavidez will knock you out with accumulation punches, but Morrell can hit you with 1 and 2 shots and knock you out. That's the difference.
Jr., a Cuban sensation whose technical finesse and strategic approach have garnered him accolades and an undefeated record. Morrell's ring intelligence and adaptability make him a challenging adversary capable of dissecting opponents' defenses with surgical precision. His rise has been swift, and his performances have left an indelible mark on the boxing community. Ronnie Shields warned David Benavidez about the power that David Morrell possesses.
You know, he basically, started with the PEDs. First, they were not doing VADA testing. We got tested before he did. We signed in before he did. And it's funny, who's them to talk about VADA with the people they got around them? You know, they're convicted snitches they got around them, okay? And he's talking about us not doing VADA.
Stressing that Benavidez will feel the force of Morrell's punches whether they're in close range or at a distance. This emphasizes the danger that Morrell brings to the fight with Shields, believing that Morrell's power is something Benavidez needs to be very aware of. It shows Shields' confidence in his fighter's ability to dominate, regardless of the range in the fight.
I think it's a great fight. Like I tell everybody, I like both of them fighters. They both great fighters, man. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, they ask me who would I favor. The winning, I would go strictly to Morrell.
In a highly anticipated showdown, David Benz and David Morrell Jr. are set to clash on February 1st, 2025 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Both fighters, having recently moved up to the light heavyweight division, are eager to establish their dominance in this new weight class. Ronnie Shields expressed his excitement about the upcoming...
He started in California with his bullying stuff, it's tough. I thought that was going to work. That doesn't work with us. We've been around too long. Morrell's been all over the world fighting in foreign countries, okay? That doesn't work, So when Morrell went to Miami and he wanted to shake Morrell's hand, Morrell's not shaking his hand, okay? He's not getting bullied around like he tried to do in Los Angeles.
Fight between two elite fighters, highlighting how significant it is for the sport of boxing. He acknowledged that fans have been eagerly awaiting this matchup, making it a moment of great importance in the boxing world. Shields emphasized how this fight would benefit the sport by showcasing top-tier talent, something that boxing fans are craving. He said, "I'm glad that two of the best fighters in the world are fighting each other. That's good for the sport of boxing. We need this. The fans are craving for this." And so, now they have a chance to see it. As the fight approached, both Benavidez and Morrell have expressed confidence in their preparation and strategies. Benavidez known for...
Tell you something now, not a lot, and it hasn't sold very well at the gate, but what I will tell you is it's a fantastic fight. The problem is with that fight, no one knows who Morrell is, and it is a really good fight.
More than 100K?
I don't think so.
For his relentless pressure and combination punching aims to overwhelm his opponent. With his high-volume attack, Morrell, on the other hand, brings a blend of power and technical prowess, looking to capitalize on any openings with precise counters. David Benavidez laid out his strategy for the fight, focusing on his ability to break down his opponent systematically. He explained how he plans to overwhelm David Morrell with a relentless barrage of punches, emphasizing his unique style of attacking in bunches that sets him apart from other fighters. Benavidez reflected on his experiences fighting top-tier opponents, noticing that when they couldn't find success against him, they often started to doubt themselves. He believes that fighters' reactions to his skill in the ring are telling. When they realize he's not easy to beat, they begin to lose confidence. The boxing community is abuzz with predictions and analyses, with many experts viewing this matchup as a potential Fight of the Year candidate. The combination of their fighting styles and the personal animosity displayed in the lead-up suggests that fans are in for an explosive encounter.
I noticed from my previous fights, when I fight great fighters, when I get in there and they don't have success like they have with other fighters, they get a certain look in their eye, like, oh, like this guy is really good. And I'm expecting the same thing here.
Eddie Hearn discussed the financial side of the upcoming fight, acknowledging that while the gate numbers haven't been impressive, he still sees it as a fantastic matchup. Despite this, Hearn still believes the fight is high quality, and while he may not think it has the same level of hype as some other high-profile bouts, he still sees it as an exciting and worthwhile event.